Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm trying to think of the birthday song, but I can't. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear dad. Happy birthday to you. I would edit this and add the beat and everything, but I just want to talk to you a little bit. I tried to call you, no answer. Tried to leave a voicemail, it ended because it was too long. But I'm gonna take the opportunity to make a video. It's probably been about over a year that I posted on my YouTube, kind of with updates. But for anyone that sees this, the reason why it's okay for them to see this is because I honestly have been documenting my stuff and my journey and everything like that, but without even communicating to people publicly how much you've influenced me in my life and decisions that I've made. And I'm just like so happy and grateful because I wouldn't be who I am without you, being hard on me sometimes and patient with me in other times and questioning me and challenging me and pushing me to, be the person that I am. Even sometimes when I don't believe that I am, telling us as kids that you can do anything you put your mind to and, don't say that you can't. And just all of those things, it's like, telling us it's like somebody has it worse than you and you should always think with a positive mental attitude. And a lot of those things really stuck with me really well. I think they stick with me super well because it's like sometimes I'll be in a situation where maybe I should be fearful of a bad outcome, but because I just don't like to think that way, um, I don't. And but it's also good to kind of have both sides of that spectrum. So I want to say thank you and that I love you and you mean a lot to me. Even though I don't say it as much as I should, you really do mean a lot to me. I get the opportunity to meet with so many business owners, so much, and I'm doing these things, and really, I'm wanting to make you proud, and I know you are, and I'm really wanting to build something that I can be proud of, that I can be able to talk about to my sons and my kids and teach them lessons, that I learned, that most of them I learned from you years before I even thought of them, but it's like some of them I wasn't ready for, So, um, yeah. But I want to say was, I get to meet with all of these business owners all the time. Like I'm on here right now and I've got 103 people that messaged me in the last 2 days, and it's like overwhelming, right? But the cool part about it is, when I meet with these people and I get to talk about my business, there's this picture I get to show them, and it's of us when I'm a kid, right? And it's on my birthday, and it's you there with us and taking care of us. And you guys made a cake for my birthday, but all of us kids look so happy in the picture. And it asks me in that slideshow, it says, why are you doing this, right? Because I want business owners to know why I'm doing what I'm doing for their businesses while I get to meet with them. And the reason why is because I got to see you go through so much through your life that I knew that that's something that, one, you did a really good job at being able to teach us through these things and keeping us safe as possible. Because honestly, it's like some of the things that have happened in my life that have happened, it's like it would have been worse with anyone else on the planet. And I'm grateful. I got to talk with some people this last month. a lot of people have been kind of passing away around me, and it's a little bit scary, you know. I'm getting at that age. I'm 25, so I'm getting at that age where, you know, it's realistic. It's like that's you don't get time with everyone forever. And so, I sent you a message, and it was real. I really do look up to you a lot, and I feel bad sometimes when I don't talk to you as much, but I know that you're always like there to love when it needs to be loved, when I need to be loved or when I need help. And it's just like I got to talk to someone today, and I was like, there's this guy that his dad's the secretary of the state, and he owns a business. And I was like, well, I'm sure he probably uses that to his advantage. And the person was like, yeah, his daddy did it all for him. And I get to think about that for my kids, and I'm like, wouldn't that be the goal, is for a father to give their kids everything they can in order for them to be more successful than they are, or at least to a point to where they can help more people, love more people, whatever success is for that person. And I'm like, well, yeah, my dad did that any chance that he got and still does, you entrust me with like everything, and it's kind of scary sometimes, to think like to think it's everything, but that's like that level is just like hmm, not something that you can even work to get with someone. So it's like to have that already is, it's like just the stuff that you teach me over time. It's something that it's like you can see it before I see it, so it's like you already know. And I thank you for that. When I sit down with business owners and I get to go through my presentation, I have a sales presentation that I get to go through about my business, the story, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And really, I started graphic design in 2013, but not to like the extent, right? It was just nonchalant. But I remember one day was I was sitting at the shop, and it was down the street from the high school. And I seen one of the guys that was working for you was doing the logos and stuff. And I was like, that looks cool. I want to try that because I'm a little bit OCD. I like things to be perfect. I like drawing, but then I didn't like drawing because my drawings would get stolen. So I was like, I don't want to draw and then lose them, or the paper gets wet, coffee, anything like that. But on a computer, it saves and it's perfect. Straight lines, circles, everything, and it's just awesome. And so I was like, Dad, you need to update your logo for your business. And then you were like, do it then. And I was like, huh. I questioned it. I was like, huh. Wondering why, how. I'm like, I can do it. I really could if I wanted to. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, I'm gonna do it then. So I started to challenge myself a little bit, and I was like, how do I do this? And then you kind of drew something up, made a logo, and then I got to try it out as best as I could at that time, which wasn't much, but you was really happy with it. And I was like, it is what it is, but it wasn't hard for me to do, so I wasn't really impressed with it. And then I got to work on, once I started taking some classes, that ink therapy logo with the tattoo gun in there. And it was something I was like, oh, this looks amazing. This is like so awesome. Because it was the first logo that I made that was like, this is a challenge of two different things, of having a name, but then also implementing something for the business, being clean and precise, but then also doing a couple things at the same time and being different than anything I've seen. And it was a good challenge, and it took me a while to do it. And after I got done with it, I was very happy and very proud of it. And so over time, it was like I got to see you do things that you said you were gonna do, and a lot of people said, "Oh, you couldn't do it," or like they questioned it, or maybe they didn't say you couldn't do it, but they were like nonchalantly like, whatever, no big deal. And then you did it, and it was like, well, how? Like, look at that! It was like a miracle, I remember one time we went down to Florida and there was like a hurricane, and you were like trying to teach us a lesson. You were like, hey, I lived down there before, and it stormed really bad and I was sleeping. You said you were sleeping as a kid in like a bathroom or something like that, and the hurricane just went through there, and you wasn't even phased by it or whatever, but it was a bad hurricane. And uh and then so what you did was something that I didn't even think that was possible. And what you did was you had the whole town pretty much donate stuff. You walked in the Hy-Vee and you were like, hey, we're going down there, do you guys want to donate some stuff? And they donated like 2 pallets of water, which is like unheard of, right? Like nonchalantly, like 10 minutes ago you didn't know them, and 10 minutes afterwards they were loading with a forklift 2 pallets of water into the bed of the truck. And it's like, wow. And then we get down there, and more than it was about getting the stuff, it was that the people down there were so grateful to be able to just see someone from Iowa care so much about them, that they, went out of their way to spend the time to do these things. And I got to see it firsthand. And, at the time, at most of the times when I get to see you do things firsthand, it's like, I don't really appreciate it. It's nonchalant. I'm kind of like the other people where it's like, no big deal. But then it's like when I'm doing that for other people, I get to see that and then feel it. And then it's like, huh. But it's like the only reason I'm able to do that for other people is because I seen you do that so many times. I remember being in Detroit, and you know, it's freezing outside, but no matter what, we'd be driving around or something random. Anytime there was a car broken down on the side of the road, or, people were having problems, and it was a lot in Detroit, it happened a lot. And instantly, you pull over, you get out, and you start helping them. Push their car to the side, help them out, jump their car, whatever it was. And just being a kid, it's like you see it. And so nowadays when I'm passing by, or like if I see someone, and I'm here in my own city now, Cedar Rapids, and I'm starting to grow to love my city, right? So because I'm here and I'm building something here, and I see a car and it's like broken down and it's instant. You don't think about it, right? And it's just instant. They need my help. I got to help them. Pull over, boom, run over there, help them out. And then people pass by, right? And and I get to think about it. I just seen someone the other day in a car accident. I had to help them out. And I'm thinking is, what why am I doing this, right? Cuz people were like, "Oh, you're doing an amazing job. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much." Like, "Wow, you're a young kid doing this stuff." And I'm like, "It's not a big deal." Like I didn't think of it as like a thing like that. And they're like, "Your parents taught you well." And that's what it is. It's not about what it's me, it's about what my parents taught me, And you guys did a really good job, and I got to see a lot of things firsthand with you, that sometimes I I do question, and it's something I talk with God about too. It's like I do question God too, and it's like the only reason you would question something so much is because you don't trust it all the way, right? And that's like one thing that I talked with one of my mentors about. It's like questioning God, and it's like, well, do you really have to question him all the time? And it's like, no. But the reason why, it's because I'm not firm with my own words most of the time, right? But that's I would like to say that's me in the past, right? That's not me anymore. I don't like that guy. But it's a real person. But it's just having trust and faith, and then sticking to your word. And it's not something that I've been able to do consistently as much as I would like to, but it's something that as I'm growing older, and I get to do things and see things and be around people, it's something that I see. It's like everyone values so much. That's like the number one way to value one yourself, but then also other people, is by keeping their word. And Um, you know, I told you was I wanted to buy that Sheffield house, and I didn't really want to buy that house. I didn't like it, right? And then now we come across this farm, and I was like, I actually, I really do want the farm. Like, I do want it. And it's just I want I want the family to want it, and I want us all to share it, right? Because it's like something beautiful that I know that we would all be able to use and share. And so this next year I really want to put my nose down and grind towards that as a goal. Um, that would be an amazing thing to be able to accomplish. Um, I think that it's doable. Um, and I need your help in order for it to happen. And I need all my other siblings to help out as well too. And I know they will. And I know you will. And I know that it's possible. Um, just so we can get it out the way, you know. I don't want to have to think about it anymore. It's like, let's just get it done. So yep, but I'm gonna let you go. I love you. Um, I'm gonna try my best to visit sometime soon here, but I have been super busy, and a lot of these times I get to meet with these customers. I'm spending money to meet with them to build something because I know eventually it'll pay for itself rapidly, and tight on bucks, you know what I mean? Tight on bucks. But it's not holding me back. Uh yeah, sometimes I gotta do the rice and tuna diet a lot actually. But better than McDonald's, So but yeah, I love you. I'm very proud of you. Like I said, I was looking at photographs last night, and I was like, I'm like, I feel like a good looking guy. And then I'm like, I see my family, and then I see my dad, and I'm like, that's where I get it from. I feel good. And then, yeah. So thank you for being my dad. You're getting close to 50. That's like the golden number that people like worship. 50, 50, 50. I wonder if you'll have all gray hair by then. Old man. Yeah. Getting close. So I've been thinking you were like 43 for like the last like 10 years, just because it's like your age pauses for me at 43, and then it's just like whatever is after that, it's 43 around. So you're still 43. You're probably healthier than when you were 43, if that makes a difference. But I love you. Very proud of you. You're doing an amazing job. And ask for help. Ask for help. Well, sayonara.